Hey tubers, welcome back. Today we're painting a wall with one coat of paint, and this time we're using a product called Marquee, and we're just going to put it to the test. And the customer has asked for this specifically, so we're going to give it a shot. We're using the room with the darkest color on the wall, and it's kind of a light color that the customer's picked. So let's see if it covers in one coat. So you'll notice that there was a curtain rod up here, and we've removed it and spackled the holes, and we use an acrylic based spackle so it seals itself essentially. It's not like drywall mud, but because this is just one coat, we don't want those pieces of spackling to flash on the paint, so we're just going to spot prime, if you will, with the paint. By the time we've cut in, it should dry. We'll give it our roller coat. We'll see if it covers as it claims. So I'm using a 3-inch brush. This is a sash brush, but you could use a straight brush. We want to lay down as thick a coat as possible, so we use the biggest brush we can get hold of. And today it's this 3-inch brush. So let's see how we do with it. You'll have to excuse me for this first little bit. Probably won't be able to see past my head. So we don't want to go too far with this. We just want to lay it on. Keep the wet edge. Don't want to overwork this paint. Just get it cut in and lay it down. I'm showing you several different little techniques. Once you get into your projects, you'll find your own niche. There's no real right or wrong way, as long as you end up with a desired effect. But certainly using a larger brush lets you lay down a thicker coat, so you've got a better chance that it will cover in one. As long as the paint does its thing, it should work. So then we'll continue to cut in around the wall, and we'll come back and roll it. To demonstrate how we apply this cut line, we've cut around everything, but we'll just leave this last section to show you. So we're using this 3-inch brush. It's a sash brush, but it could be a straight brush. and we're just going to lay down that little bit. We're going to run it back into that wet paint. You can see how solid, there's a good solid coat down there. So we're just going to spread it maybe 6, 7, 8 inches and leave it. We don't want to overwork the paint. Just work it back into that wet edge. Try to strike off smooth. And this way we got the best chance of coating in one shot. If you see streaks in the paint at this point, you know that it's going to fail. It's going to dry that way more than likely. But so far it seems to be covering quite nicely. Just run the brush through the paint so it doesn't run or sag. There. So as I say, we've already gone all around the perimeter. Now we're going to roll it. We don't have a big wall area here to demonstrate this, and I do have a video on how to paint a wall in one coat. But I'm just going to show you this technique that might help you as well. So we're going to start in the middle of the length of our wall. And we're just going to work it up. Just work it out like that. And then before you get to the top or the bottom, just start to go to the left. And then just start to spread it out. And then just go a little bit longer as you go. Keep bringing the roller through the body of that paint to spread it evenly. And that's the key to this, is getting an even coat. Then you just finish there. Now just roll up like that. So we're sort of spreading it a little bit thin. We're spreading it a bit too thin. I should have probably just rolled the 1/2 of this, even though it doesn't come out very far. So I'm going to put a little bit more on my roller and roll this half, but I don't want to start over rolling this product, because then you don't really take it off, but you overwork the paint. So with this in mind, as I proceed with the project, I'm only going to roll maybe slightly better than a roller width at a time, using my technique here, making sure the paint gets spread out evenly. And then I'm going to move along, probably do another roller load to finish this section. Anyway, we'll finish off this section, we'll let it dry, we'll come back and see how it looks. And see that the coat is light, and that dark cut line is my second cut line. So you can see that the product has failed to cover on the first coat. It looks pretty good on the second so far, at least with the cut line, and the roller usually lays more down, so we should be fine with 2 coats. So there you have it, YouTubers. The guaranteed 1 coat coverage has failed to come through again. We've seen this before with other products, and over the years different manufacturers have made this claim. But what they're really suggesting is that with a fresh wall would cover with 1 coat. But trying to do a repaint and expecting a color, especially a lighter color over a dark color, to cover in one is just not realistic. I know they can put a man on the moon, but they haven't come up with a paint that can do this yet. So you can try it, you can try your different techniques, you can try your different products, but I think you'd always want to expect to do 2 coats to cover it properly.